Hey, hey, hey! Man, I don't know what it is. I get lightheaded every time, like right before I do these lives. I think it's just like I get so nervous and then like, ooh, I'm like, is anyone gonna show up tonight? Nope. But it's okay. Anyways, it's good to be back. Oh my god, like this past week, 2 weeks, probably a month. I have been struggling so bad with like double ear infection. Oh man, like ever since like after September 10th, after I went swimming, and anyway, not to badger the point, but it's good to be back. I really I've been wanting to come on here. So much has been going on, like so much has been happening. We have even in this week alone, we have R. Kelly was convicted, found guilty on all charges, which that's how I feel about that. Not R. Kelly. Kelly Price was missing, not missing, missing. Um, estranged from her family. I mean, what else went on? I mean, there's a whole bunch of other missing persons news going on. I mean, just crazy stuff is happening right now. There's still issues at the border, with the Haitian refugees. There's still crises in so many different parts of the world. Hell, California is on fire. California is on fire. So I mean, there's just a lot going on. But, and all that craziness, for some of us, YouTube is a place where we can come and, kind of decompress from some of that craziness. Unfortunately, YouTube is also a place that people come and, like myself, I'm a viewer, and now I'm also trying to be a content creator. I don't even want to like say that because it's like I'm not even there at that point yet. I have like, a handful of videos, and not a lot of influence. So, but that's all right. And that's not the goal of why I decided to come on YouTube. But the point is it's good to be back. Hey everyone, whoever is listening, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for over the past 2 weeks. I've gotten a few new subscribers. So shout out to everyone who has come through and subscribed. I really appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. I do have a goal here to make an impact on this platform and all of that. And that'll come, right? So I just thank you for being here. But now let's get into what is going on. So there's been a lot of YouTube drama, and it's interesting. It's interesting to see like people's responses, people's reactions. It's interesting to see and hear people's opinions and all of that. I mean, it really is. I mean, it is for me anyway. So much that I'm here making a video on it, talking to myself on a live video, talking to my absolute self. But that's all right. I know I say that every time. One of these days, I'm going to have more than one person myself, more than one person viewing the video. One of these days. But for now, I kind of have been wanting to get into the topic of dragging people, the topic of especially YouTubers dragging other YouTubers. And then I'm going to leave the dragging of like TV personalities and people who go on like reality TV shows. I'm going to leave that kind of like where it's at on a shelf, that I don't really too much care about as much as I do with people getting crazy involved in other people's lives on this YouTube, on these YouTube streets. Um, so dragging to me kind of like feels like cyberbullying, especially when people's personal business is aired on this open market. Um, I have some notes here, but I just really want to just speak because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, but I'm not talking to anyone, so it's just kind of hard to focus. But dragging people. Okay, so when I think of dragging people, I think of like, honestly, I think of Jesus Christ. I think of when he was carrying his cross, um, on Calvary. I think of the flogging that he endured before that, and how he was like, the Roman soldiers, they literally dragged him, right? They dragged him through the ground. I mean, and so when I think of dragging, I know some people's commentary doesn't really equate to that extreme, but in the same way, I feel like it relates. So talking about dragging someone, you're talking about like basically bullying, basically, right? Basically basic wow basically cyberbullying. That's what I think about. Now this is literally just my opinion, which everyone is free to express and have their own opinion, including me. And so here I'm giving it. But I think dragging is very, very similar to like cyberbullying, even. And my thoughts are, I mean, is this going to continue? Yes. Do we need to continue to participate in it though? And that's where at some point, some of us have to kind of draw the line there and say, no, we're not going to continue to participate in this because it's harmful, because there's consequences, because it affects people, and not a negative way. And then the part about it too is what you put out, you get. Like what is it? When you're planting negativity and you're planting all these bad seeds, well, guess what? You're going to reap a harvest of all of that. And it's going to come to you in moments where you least expect it, and probably may not even know how to handle it when it comes back onto you. And so that's why someone like myself is here to express ways to kind of separate yourself from that. Okay. Again, this is my disclaimer. I'm not above any of this. I have in the past, recent past, participated, especially just like with my comments and stuff, with some of the, dare I say, mockery of some of the ridiculous things that we see. But I have a really crazy sense of humor. Some of the stuff is just absolutely hilarious to me. Some of the stuff is just like, I'm in shock. And I'm watching it out of pure like shock. Like, is this really, really happening? And I'm going to kind of get into that in a few moments here. But I want to give before I do that, because I have like a little, like a piece of a note paper that I wrote some things down that may help me kind of present my commentary in an organized way. So here we go. So I talked about YouTube drama. I don't really want to mention any names. I did put some names in my hashtags because basically that's who I'm referring to. Okay, so I will say the name. I will say the names. So I do. Okay, so I want to say something about Marcella going on to Down the Rabbit Hole News. I think was it yesterday or the day before. She went on there. I only watched half of it because I think I watched maybe a little bit more than half of it. But the thing that I observed in that interview is, okay, Rabbit, props to you for the way that you can gather and organize very, very relevant information, and the research that you do. It seems very, very, very like you put a lot of work into it, right? I mean, it's very extensive. My comment about the interview with Marcella, and I think Sunny from Don't Tell Me, Tell the People was there. I think that's her. I could be wrong. I haven't really been able to get into her channel a lot or at all, really, but I know I've heard other YouTubers say things and mention her or shout her out or whatever. So I just feel like kudos to Marcella, first of all. I think it's really brave for anyone to come into the light after you have been treading around in some deep, dark, holy places. I think anyone coming into the light and wanting to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, finally, commend them. Okay, what's that saying? It's better late than never, and in this case, it's better late than never. So kudos to you for going ahead and explaining what your role was in the most truthful way that you could on that interview. But what I observed is a lot of the line of questioning that came from Rabbit was very like direct. It was almost, was it scripted? Was it a planned interview? I definitely don't think it was impromptu. It seemed very like specific. I don't remember the line of questioning, but it was like Marcella could either like say yes or no. She did not have, from what I saw, from the parts that I saw, did not have a lot of opportunity to just freely speak. And I know she has her channel, she has her own platform, she can do all of that there. And she was being really, really respectful of the Rabbit's panel or platform or whatever. But I just thought that was very interesting how the line of questioning was very, very, very specifically direct and very skewed in one direction. So you take that to the bank. This is the part that I'm like, why do I even watch? I feel like I participate in it because of my viewership. But at some point I am going to draw the line. But as of right now, I'm watching. And what I'm talking about now is Danny Robertson. I just found this person maybe 2 weeks ago. It's crazy the things that have been uncovered. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm referencing, of course, I'm referencing Nosy Ho Live. We have all of us who have kind of been watching what's been going on and commentating on it and all that stuff. It's just crazy. And for me, it kind of validates some things for me personally. And that is just recognizing, like, when you are being talked to, or okay, when you're listening to someone who is very, 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 very narcissistic. There's something about people with narcissistic personality traits that is captivating. There's something about, excuse me, while I dig out this whatever it is in the corner of my eye. There's something about narcissistic people that is captivating, that it's like, and when I'm talking about nosy, I mean to say that there was something about watching her that made me like, sometimes my jaw was to the floor. And because it's just like, when you don't put it together, like, wow, this person is a narcissist. And when I first started watching her, I didn't quite put it together. It was kind of later on that I was like, oh yeah, that boop, boop, that kind of stuff. It really kind of rang. A lot of the things that she was doing really kind of rang loud and like was like, yes, narc alert, narc alert, narc alert. But when you're watching someone who is so like, well, I don't want to say well spoken. That is not really what I say. When you're watching someone who can captivate people the way that she can, because the things that she says is so outlandish that you're like, this person is daringly brave to say that. But what it really turns out to be is they're not necessarily daringly brave. They just don't give a. They're just high in their own mind that it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter if what they're going to say is offensive or derogatory or vulgar or racist. Even when you're talking about someone with narcissistic personality traits, they don't care about any of that. They don't, I mean, they absolutely don't care. And that's what we saw with this nosy. So back to Danny Robinson. I'm sorry, is it Robertson? My bad. Don't come for me, Danny. Don't come for me. But she really, like, this Danny Robertson's page, messydanny.com. She really gives a lot of backstory. And I just, for me, for my own inquisitive nature, I want to know how long has this person, how long has Danny been investigating Nosy? I mean, because, and how much time? Like, I mean, there's so much information. I'm not going to repeat it. If you want to know what she said or what they said, go to their channel and check, or their website, and check those things out for yourself. But I mean, uncovering Nosy Ho's alleged real name, and oh my God, let me just say this. In the video that I saw, that I'm not gonna show it here or anything. But wow. I mean, it's hard not to be shocked and like baffled, have a loss for words, be utterly taken aback, be offended. I mean, watching that content, woo! I would never stand beside or support anybody with such hatred. Hatred for everybody. White people, black people, Mexican people, rich people, poor people. So I had my nosy backstory, a case study on narcissism, and I need to get my DSM-5. Is it histrionic personality disorder? Where is my DSM-5? With the dust. With the dust flying. Let me look at this and see what this says about this different personality disorder. One moment. No, I don't want to read about my own disorder. Thank you, but no thank you. Unspecified. Society. I know how to see. There's no one here anyway, so it's just me. I don't have to apologize. Oh, I mean, if you're watching the replay, thank you. If you're watching it later, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel like when you're on StreamYard, you can't move too fast, or like it'll freeze up on you. Does anyone else notice that? $6:45. I can never say this word. Histrionic. I'm not a psychologist, but I have studied psychology, okay? Well, I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's look at this one sentence that's, and let's see if it matches anything that we're seeing in any of the personalities that we see on YouTube. Actually, let's not just single out nosy, okay? The one that I'm thinking of that really is just fascinating to me is, I keep saying it, what is it in this thing? It's right here. I know this. It's a personality disorder. Okay. A basic definition is histrionic. Histrionic. It's a pattern of excessive emotionality and attention seeking. The diagnostic criteria says it's a pervasive pattern of emotionality and attention seeking, beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts, as indicated by 5 or more of the following. That is, an uncomfortable in situations in which they are not the center of attention. Interaction with others is often characterized by inappropriate, sexually seductive, or provocative behavior. Displays rapidly shifting and shallow expressions of emotion. Consistently uses physical appearance to draw attention to self. Has a style of speech that is excessively impressionistic and lacking in detail. Shows self-dramatization, theatricality of the theatrics, and exaggerated expressions of emotion. Is suggestible, maybe possibly easily influenced by others or circumstances. Considers relationships to be more intimate than they actually are. And what that could also mean is maybe the partner, maybe the histrionic person's partner believes that they have intimacy issues in the relationship. The person with the histrionic personality disorder will beg to differ. They will think that whatever they are doing is, enough. Basically, they have a hard time accepting someone else's input. Okay. The appearance and behavior of individuals with this disorder are often inappropriate, sexually provocative, or seductive. They are overly concerned with impressing others by their appearance and expend an excessive amount of time, energy, and money on clothes and grooming. They may fish for compliments regarding appearance and may be easily and excessively upset by a critical comment about how they look or by a photograph that they regard as unflattering. These individuals have a style of speech. Okay, we already said that. Strong opinions are expressed with dramatic flair, but underlying reasons are usually vague and diffuse without supporting facts and details. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because I wanted to see what the DSM-5 said about some of the behaviors that I'm noticing that might be this disorder, but I know she says she has bipolar. I'm not here to harp on or badger anyone that suffers from mental illness. Truly, I'm not. Truly, I'm not. However, when you have someone who has narcissistic personality traits, or who is narcissistic, let's just call it for what it is, they tend to bully other people, okay? And that is putting it lightly, okay? They tend to be even abusive sometimes. And bullying, whether it be on the internet or personal, it really means causing intentional harm or distress upon other individuals. There's a sense of coercion, they like to be in power and don't like to participate in a power struggle. They like to be the ones that are in power and feel like superior. They really feel superior to others. They repeatedly verbally abuse, slander, publicly harass, or publicly humiliate other people. They may spread gossip or lies or rumors about someone. They may try to socially isolate someone from their loved ones. And the list goes on. Raise your hand if you've ever had an encounter with someone who is narcissistic. Anybody? I'm really talking to myself. But anybody in the room besides me? Let me tell you something. Wow. When you come out of a relationship with someone who is a narcissist, your head is like still spinning for weeks and months. You're still coming out of like confusion as to what in the hell just happened to me. What in the entire hell has just gone on here? And what in the heck did I just get myself out of? If you're lucky to get out of it. If you can get out of it, honestly. I just want to hear someone say, "Preach, sister." But anyway, okay, so last year, I actually was dating someone who was a narcissist. And I was so I feel like I was in like I don't want to say like a depressive slumber in a little bit, in a lot of ways, because I just wasn't moved by a lot of the things that this individual did. And I should have been moved. I should have been outraged. I should have been awakened. I should have been, but I wasn't. When I finally got out of that relationship, when I finally did wake up and I said, no. What happened was, several months later, I ended up meeting another person who had the same damn effing traits, personality traits. It's like I went from one right to the next, and whoop, I just like slipped right into it, until finally I was like, after maybe a month or two, I was like, nah. So the problem is not anyone else. The problem is me, because the problem is people are going to treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. And those individuals treated me the exact way that I allowed them to. So when people are used to operating in a certain way and you try to change that order of operations, they don't like it. They don't like it. And honestly, sometimes I don't like change. But the point, I guess, here is, man, I really want to talk one day when I have at least more than one person here. I really want to talk about this. Has anyone else been like impacted? Has anyone else come out of, I mean, I know it's true, but I want to talk about it here on this page. I want to know how many others of you, when you came out of an abusive or narcissistic relationship with a partner, how many of you felt like dazed and confused? How many of you had to like really recap, like, what the just happened here? I remember, like, on some days I started documenting conversations. I started like every like text messages, phone calls. I started documenting those conversations because I felt like at some points like I was going crazy. Like, how is this person trying to convince me that this didn't happen when I know for a fact that it happened? And they don't budge. They don't back down. They don't give in. They certainly don't apologize. They certainly don't acknowledge or take any ownership of their part in any of anything. Everything is your fault. Everything is on you. Everything is this wouldn't have happened if you weren't so stupid. This wouldn't have happened if you were smarter. So everything coming out of a narcissistic relationship is so flipped upside down. I remember, like, after having conversations, and mind you, I was with two totally separate people last year. Totally separate people. One of them was a guy that I met at the gym. I wasn't even looking for anybody. I was minding my own business. I was happy. I was content. I was working out. I was doing just fine by myself. I mean, I really was. And I really do feel like he preyed on my, like, just my pure, like, gullibility maybe. But shame on me for allowing someone to treat me the way that I would never want to treat other people. Shame on me for even, like, staying in it as long as I did. I remember one time, like, calling my dad and being like, Dad, I really want to break up with this person because we are not on the same page. We don't have the same goals. I want to have kids. He doesn't. I want to get married. He doesn't. I mean, that should have been two, right, indicators to cut it. And there were a whole host of other things. And my dad was like, yeah, darling, this does not seem like a good fit, a right match for you. And I didn't listen. I called him to get the courage and the words of how to end the dang relationship. And it took me a whole year later before I got out of that thing. To this day, I can't believe it. But like I said, I went from one whoop and I slipped into another. So here was part of my thinking, and I've never really shared this like out loud, especially not publicly. Maybe I shouldn't right now, but I'm just going to. So I went from like literally one extreme to the next. And this is last year in 2020, right? During the pandemic. I got out of a relationship in May. That narcissist, I can't say it because of these things. That narcissistic relationship, I got out of that. And I was like, okay, maybe this is the time of my life. Like I really want to explore like my sexuality. You know, I've always kind of like, you know, been attracted to women. Maybe I'll see if I can go that way this time, you know. Kept it a secret. My family had no idea about it. But anyway, so I ended up talking to a woman, but she had the same damn things going on. The same. It was like I went from one to the next. And what was the common denominator? It was me. So I had to learn a lot of things, and I will not be getting into any relationships until I know the work that I need to do with myself is happening. But anyway, I really got way off topic. I can't even believe I've been talking to myself for 40 freaking minutes. I'm going to end on this note. Okay. A lot of us like YouTube because we can laugh and kiki. We can talk about topics like reality TV. And there's not a lot of pushback, right? We can get up here and laugh about, who are they? We can get up here and laugh about Stacey and Darcy and, you know, the foolery that happens on 90 Day Fiance, the other way, the back way, the front way, across the way. We can get on here and laugh about freaking Love After Lockup, which I have definitely been behind. I just have a lot to say about that. I mean, we can get on here and talk about that, talk about those individuals who put themselves on TV. And we can comment and even laugh at some of the things that they get themselves into. I think that kind of banter is fine. It's entertainment. What I'm not supportive of, however, like I was talking about earlier, is the dragging of people, the public humiliation of people, harassing people, publicly embarrassing people. Oh, my sister! Oh my gosh, my sister! She just came in the chat. Oh my gosh. I'm going to ask her, do you want to come up on the live? Click the link. Sorry, guys. I didn't even see this. until just now. Oh, damn it. I hope she sees that I saw that she was here. Thank you. I'm going to shout her out now. My sister is Alexia J Beauty. Please, she is phenomenal. She does amazing makeup. She's the one. I mean, I've always been into makeup, but she's like the expert now. I'm still stuck in like my 1990s. All I do is put little foundation, little eyeshadow, little eyeliner, mascara. She does the works. She is like, she's freaking awesome. And I just put the link in a private chat where no one is going to see it. Okay. But yeah, I was going to say, when it comes to publicly humiliating people, even on this YouTube platform, dragging people. I mean, I've seen people, I've heard people and seen people like say, I'm just getting on here to drag somebody and so and this and this. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. But the sinner in me sometimes still listens. And I'm like, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe they said that. But it is what it is. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. Everyone has a right to share whatever they want. If you want to get on this YouTube and drag the hell out of somebody you don't like, that is absolutely your opinion. I'm just here to say, be mindful of what you put out, because assuredly it's going to come back to you. Assuredly, be mindful, because that is the truth. Okay. Also, there is a solution. I feel there is a solution to all of this. All of this YouTube drama. Sorry, I'm just excited. I hope my sister comes up because I love her so much. Kelly, are you coming? Okay, maybe not. Y'all want to hear my solution? It's really not my solution, but I'm going to present it as it's mine, okay? My solution to all of this YouTube. She's here!
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sister!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to my live stream.
Thank you for having me. I was on YouTube watching stuff already, and then I looked, I was like, what? Let me look and see what she's doing. I didn't know you've been talking for like 40 minutes already. So I was like, well, let me catch the last bit. So I was like, so I don't
Girl, I've been sitting here talking to myself for 40 minutes. What you saying?
I said, I don't watch any of the shows that you watch. Not anymore, because this got too much. I'm just like, I can't keep up with everybody else's life right now.
I know, right? So do you watch you don't watch 90 Day Fiance anymore? All those shows we used to watch together?
No, not since it was the guy that was from Puerto Rico, I think. And he was dating that one girl who had the daughter. And then he ended up leaving or something. I don't know. And then the Alon or Aflan, and he was with that blonde girl, and she had a daughter too.
Oh, girl.
It was like a long time ago. I have been watching since then. I forgot her name though.
Okay. Yeah, girl. There's been so many different cast members. I can't keep up, and there's so many different spinoffs too.
Yeah, there's like 90 Day Fiance the other way, this way, backwards. I don't even know. I'm just like, who are you people?
Exactly. That's
how it works.
I'm like, yeah, around the world, across the world, the other way, this way. Like, I'm like.
And then you had like the Chantel and family, and then now Stacey and Darcy.
Yes, Stacey and Darcy, which is Hot mess, hot mess. But I love reality TV. I mean, I've always loved reality TV ever since I was like, I remember remember MTV used to have The Real World?
Yeah, they have the challenge. I watched that where
Yes.
it's like
No,
they
I
have like the
haven't
little
got into that, but I
competitions
know
and
it's
stuff.
good.
Yeah, so I
Huh?
watched that. That's it pretty interesting because it just reminds me of like the old Real World, but not really. They're still like in a house and stuff, but it's
Yes.
more like who can we get out type of things and who's gonna win the money
Right.
versus like the
Right.
house drama, you know.
Yes.
But
Like Big
yeah,
Brother.
yeah, so I'm with you on that. So I love the reality TV too, but I just kind of I only watch a couple now. Like Married at First Sight was one of them,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I know we when I catch it, The Amazing Race, but I don't even know when it comes on anymore. So I just like when it's on, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, let me watch it. But
Yeah, because that's a really interesting show.
mm-hmm.
And remember when I can't think of their names. The people who almost won Big Brother, was it
Cody and Jessica,
Cody and Jessica, right? They
yeah,
were
and they
that's the
won
only
The Amazing Race.
yeah, that's like the only one I watched. But it was good. It was good. It was good. So Kelly, while you're here, I can't guarantee you that anyone's gonna watch this video.
It's okay.
However, please shout out your channel right now so
Okay.
we can go subscribe.
All right. So my channel
Tell
is,
us
you
what
can
you
see.
do.
Okay, so I am a professional makeup artist. As a matter of fact, I have a wedding this weekend, which I'm excited and prepping for. But I'm a makeup artist. My channel name is Alexia J Beauty. I do have a few videos on my channel. I've been MIA for a year only because life, not even COVID, just I got lazy and I didn't think that anyone would care to watch my channel anymore. So I just kind of like dwindled away. But in the meantime, I actually got a job at Sephora. So I currently work there and I'm learning a lot more, and it's actually been improving my the way I do makeup on people and learning the products and learning what works on different people's skin. So that's really helped. But yeah, so that's what I do. I do makeup. I also work at Starbucks. So I don't know. It's like my two favorite things. I love coffee. I've been drinking coffee since I was 9. And so I love
Yes.
coffee and I work at a coffee shop and I
Yeah.
love beauty, anything beauty related. So skincare, I'm starting to fall in love with. Soon I'm going to get my esthetician license too. And I work in a
Yes.
world of makeup and beauty and I love it. It's like being in a candy store for me, and just
Yes.
learning about different people, what they want out of their makeup routine, like how they like to do it. It's just fun learning about different things, and you get to learn the product as well and recommend people to
Mhm.
different things that they've never tried before maybe. And so it's really fun for me to get to know people based off their skin. It's different, but it's interesting because
Yes.
skincare is so personal. It's very, there's not a one size for skincare. It's very personal and particular to each person. And so
Right.
not everything is going to work on the same person every time. And I'm learning that. And same thing with makeup. Some people want something like full glam, and other people want something very simple. Like I want to wear makeup, but don't make me look like not me.
Mhm, mhm.
And
Yes.
you know, like don't change my face, just make me look a little bit more enhanced. And so I'm learning different techniques on how to
Right.
do that for different people, and I'm having a blast. But that's my channel. I'm going to be posting some more videos soon, especially after I do this wedding party this weekend. So you can if you're interested, you can expect something within the next couple weeks. And because of working at Sephora, I've acquired a lot of things. And so I'll be doing some mini hauls and kind of like product reviews and everything. So if anyone's interested in
Yes.
that and want to know like how different products work, what do they do, why should I get it, or just knowledge about it. So I'm going to be expressing what I learned and how that may
Mhm.
apply to you. So you can expect that at least starting in the middle of October.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now I
so
have
I'm coming
another
back.
question for you.
Coming back.
Yes, we back. I have another question for you. Are you
Mhm.
going to vlog this wedding
My goal
that you're
is
doing this
to,
weekend?
yes.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm gonna ask the bride if it's okay if I as part of the contract, it is I did say that any video footage or photos are going to be filmed, but only if she's comfortable. If she's not comfortable, I'm not going to do it. But for the most
Okay.
part, there will be photos of the bridal party, at least of the makeup that I did. And so I
Yeah.
will be sharing those. As far as vlogging, I have to see, but the goal is yes. And the whole process in between, I have a whole schedule,
Yes.
and so I'm excited. Yeah.
Can you tell us?
So
Can you tell us how? Can you tell us? And it's just me and you. But that's okay. That's
it's
okay.
okay.
Can you tell us, for the future watchers, how did your client book you to do their wedding?
So I'm
How did they find
also
you?
so I'm also a vendor on Wedding Wire and the Knot. And so so she found me on Wedding Wire and just asked about my services and if I'm available for her wedding day. And so I responded, gave her some prices and how many people she's looking for. And she was like, great, your prices are good. When can we schedule a trial? And we went from there. So I did her trial. She loved the way the makeup turned out. I did one on her and her maid of honor. And the makeup turned out so good. It was exactly what she wanted. She didn't want it too glammed up, but she wanted something like just kind of more like a luxurious version of her, and it turned out
Yes.
effortless and beautiful, and I loved it. And so she loved it, so she booked on the spot, and now I'm doing her wedding this weekend. So it's going to be her and three of her bridesmaids. And honestly, it's weird because when I scheduled her for a trial, I got everything I needed, and then I went to her house, and immediately, like just based off emails, I was like, I'm gonna love her. I just know it. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna love her. And when I arrived at her house, her and her fiance, they bought a house recently, so it's all like nice, but they're into like uh what is it called, cosplay. And turns out me and my fiance are somewhat into that too, like Star Wars and Zelda
Oh.
and like all this like stuff. So her theme of her wedding is like cosplay, and I'm just like,
Oh
I'm
my
going to be
gosh.
stealing some ideas for
My
your wedding
ideas.
for mine, because my fiance loves Star Wars. That's like his favorite movie
Oh
series.
my
And I'm
gosh. Are you
like,
serious?
yes, and I just know for sure her wedding's gonna be so bomb. Like the favors
Oh
that
my
she
God.
got and like the decor. I'm
Yes.
just like, please don't be mad at me if I like legit take your wedding and make it my own. She was like, no, it's fine. But during the trial process, we had so much fun. We talked, we
Yeah.
laughed, and I just feel like I don't know her, but I know her. It was weird. So, and that's why I
Yeah.
like to connect with people, and it's
Yes.
like, yeah, your makeup's gonna look great, but who are you? And I feel like we just hit it off so good. But yeah, but here's the thing, I know I booked her on Wedding Wire and the Knot, but as of October, I'm not going to be on there anymore.
Why not?
Um because the reason why I've only been doing makeup for now going on 2 years professionally, and so I haven't built a like a continuous clientele, or a client, like a list of clientele, like paying gigs. And so I really have to practice more. And I know with this wedding, it's kind of going to start off with like more word of mouth, kind of getting more clients that way. But because I wasn't making money every month, you have to pay for being on the site. And what I was on a year contract. And so every month I was paying to be on Wedding Wire, but I wasn't making money doing it.
Okay.
I didn't book any clients every month to pay for the monthly fee. So for
Okay.
now, I'm gonna take myself off and give myself like a few, like 6 months to like 9 months to a year to kind of like at least get more clientele that way. Every month when I go on there again, I'm gonna go on there again. But when I do, I'll at least be able to pay for it without it coming out of my personal money, and it'll be just based out of my business.
Your
You
business
know?
money. Okay.
Yeah. So that way it's not affecting me personally. And so
Well,
this whole year
can
it happens, but it's
can we get you a sponsorship or something so that you don't have to cancel?
no, it's okay because just with a simple phone call I can, go back. But it's just
Okay.
right now, it wasn't financially responsible of me to do it. And I kind of
Okay.
jumped into it more on of excited. I'm going to be on the wedding wire than not, expecting every inquiry I get to be a booked client. And that's not the reality of this business. And I didn't realize that at first. And so that was just a year of me just learning and coming to grips of, yes, it's makeup, but this is also your business. So how are you formulating your business? You know what I mean? And not everyone who inquires about you is going to book you. It's just like
Mhm.
when you go to the doctor about something, you get a second opinion from another doctor, or you go to a consultation, then you go somewhere else to see which one's better. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. So every person that inquires about your talent or your makeup application isn't going to book you, and then you're not going to be everybody's client either, or every
Mhm.
client's not going to be you're not going to be everyone's makeup artist.
Everyone's
You know?
choice. Right. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is a year of learning that, and this is my second booked wedding. My first one I booked earlier on this year for next year in February, and then I booked her because she needed someone pretty quickly. So,
Okay.
and I have another inquiry for the 10th, which is like the following week. So we'll
Okay.
see. Sorry, I'm all like
Okay.
crooked. So,
No, you're fine. You're fine.
but yeah.
Okay. So people can find you if people want to look at some of the work that you've already done. People can find you on YouTube at Alexia J Beauty,
Mm-hmm. And
and
also
then
on my
people.
Instagram.
Okay, where can they find you on Instagram to direct
Um,
message?
it's the same name, Alexia J Beauty, just at Alexia J Beauty.
Okay, at Alexia J Beauty.
Yes.
I feel so honored. This is my real sister. This is my real life sister, my blood, real life sister. I feel like so. You see this grin on my face, and my braces are cutting up my cheeks. I'm so glad that you came up.
Me too. I feel like I haven't seen you since your birthday, so I'm like,
I
okay.
know, I know. And I've been thinking about you. Like that was like such an amazing day.
It was. It
We
was.
need more of those. Just you and me.
Yeah. So for those of you who know her, her birthday was earlier this month, and she was in my
Who?
area. Yours.
Oh,
Yeah. So for anyone who's watching,
oh, you're talking. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
your birthday was earlier this month, and so you were in the area of where I live because we don't live in the same area, but she was in my area, and we hung out for the day. I took her to lunch. We went to Sephora and went shopping. We had
Yes.
some very honest and fulfilling conversation, which normally our conversations like that anyway, but I feel like it went a little bit above and beyond. And I don't know, I just love being in your presence. You're my sister and I love you.
I love you
So
too.
I just miss her. So you're like, come on the live. I'm just like, can I do that?
Yes. And for all of you guys, okay, this is my younger sister, 6 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of the main people in my life personally who encouraged me, inspired me, influenced me to start a YouTube channel. And I don't know if I had ever told her that, but on this particular day when we hung out, I was able to express that to you.
Mm-hmm.
And Yes. I don't. How did you feel when I told you that?
I felt
Did you
really
know
good.
already, or were you? Huh?
No, I mean, you kind of said it a little bit before, but I didn't really get how drastic that was because I don't know. I just felt like I stopped because the channel that she's referring to was my personal YouTube channel. I don't even remember what it's called right now, but I used to do braces vlogs because I had braces at the time, and all the videos that I was watching, I just wanted more detail. So I figured if I get braces, well, I wanted them for myself too. But when I get braces, I want to do more in-depth reviews about each week and what it's about. So I did that, and I did it for a good year and a half, just being consistent on braces videos. And after I got my braces off, I did like one update, and then that was it. So that was like the height of my YouTube channel over there. And so and then you told me that you were inspired to create your own just because I just did it, and I didn't do
Yeah.
it for views. I wasn't trying to like get sponsors. I was just trying to get some information out there about
Yes.
braces and what you can expect. And I know everyone's experience and everyone's journey is different, but this was mine, and if it relates to you, then you know hopefully it helps. And that's what the information I was trying to put out there. And so, and then you were
Yes.
inspired to create your own video, and I mean your own channel, and I love it. Like, cause it's not just about one thing. I love your range of video. You have your own intro. And I'm just like, girl, I had none of this. It was just a hello. This is my braces, and so it's like you have stepped up way better than I have, and so I love it. And you're on here
Girl.
live, just talking about you know
Stuff.
your favorite shows, your personal growth, and I'm just excited for you. I'm so proud of you, and you just keep
Thank
going,
you
and
so
I love
much.
it. I'm just here to support you any way I
I
can.
yes. I appreciate you so much. Like, you're always in my corner. And I'm
Always.
always in your corner. And that will never change. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another family member. I can't even believe this. I can't even believe this. My mom is here. Mom,
Mom!
welcome to the
Wait, hold
live.
on. Okay, so I live with our mom. She's in the other room.
Mom, get up on here now. Get up on here. I dropped the link for you, Mom.
So fun fact, if anyone's watching, this is like our FaceTime right now. So fun fact for anyone who's watching, we used to live together. Me and my mom still do, but all three of us used to live in the same house. And so this is just like a whole reunion, and I love it. It's in the chat.
We need Mom to come up here and sing. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Yes.
It's in the live chat.
You want to know something? She can't do it?
She says she can't get back in. I don't know why. Oh.
Just tell her click the link again. She can't do it? She's so funny.
Get back in. I don't know why. Oh. There we go.
Just tell her click the link again. She can't. Click the link. Click the link.
Y'all look okay?
Yes.
What'd she say?
No.
Do I go?
Yes. And
I'm waiting.
there you go. And then put her name there, and then put into the studio.
Okay.
Well, whatever name you want for her. All right, she's coming on right now.
Okay. Mom, your device. What's going on with your device? There you are. All right, Mom, I'm about to bring you up. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now we just forget about whatever the topic was. Now we're just talking to family. How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Just getting out of class.
Just got home
Sitting
from
in
work.
what? Oh, in class?
I just got out.
Oh, just got out of class. Ah. Well, what was I gonna say? I wouldn't have known how to put someone up here. Like, this is the first time, honestly, I've not had more than one person in the live, honestly, ever. That when I've gone on live, you're the first two people that I've brought up to be a part of the broadcast. So welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be
Thank you
here.
for having us.
Thank you. No, okay, Mom, we talked about Alexia J Beauty. We talked about the things that she has going on, her business with makeup. And you are also on YouTube. Can you tell people who are going to watch the replay, and there'll probably be like 5 people, but that's all right. Tell them where they can find you and what do you do? What is the thing that they can find with you?
Okay. As related to YouTube, you can find me singing. It's Regina Courtney, and my album is called Obedience, and that's the most thing that I'm on there for, singing, ministering, sing songs, just trying to invite people to Christ and just keep them encouraged by my music. That's mostly. And I think I may have a couple things on here for doing hair, but I'm not for sure. But that's my second thing. Profession is I do hair. I'm a professional stylist, and then I actually teach vocal or voice lessons or voice coach as well. So that's what I do.
All right. And if someone is in California and they want to book you to either do their hair or sing or minister, where can they find you and how can they contact you?
Okay. For
Can they find you on Instagram?
yes. For all of those things, you can find me on Instagram. I have 3 little handles. It's Regina's Court, and that's just me. Then there's Regina's Hair Motif, and that's the hair business. And then there's Psalmist Regina, and that's more of the music page. But any one of those, I'll respond for anyone for anything. Yep.
Okay.
And it's a pleasure to be out here.
How
I'm kind of shy.
exciting!
This is cool.
Something's clicking. What are you?
I know. I don't.
Something?
No, it's been clicking ever since.
Huh?
It's been clicking ever since I got on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is either.
It's like when we start talking. See?
Oh, you can hear it too?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like something. It sounds like someone's typing. It's like click, click, click,
Mm-hmm.
click, click. Okay, but oh well. All right. So now that you guys are here, I'm gonna keep you on here long. I literally thought I was gonna do like a 20-minute video, and I don't know. I just kept talking about all kinds of stuff. But I was really talking about. There's a lot of people. The content creators that I watch on YouTube, a lot of them are involved in a lot of beef. Like they go back and forth, and but as on a humanistic level, I feel like some of it is on the border of cyberbullying. So I was kind of talking about like why it's not such a good idea to be able to like dragging people, you know?
Mm.
You know, like people people love to drag people for filth. Like, if you catch someone doing wrong, if you catch someone in a lie, oh, we're gonna drag you. We're gonna, you know what I mean? And it's like people like their claws come out and they just tear you down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so my warning is for people who like to engage in doing that, just remember, like, when you do those kind of things, you're going to reap that harvest. And some of that is going to come right back onto you, whether you know it's done or not, because you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts, though?
It's like, I don't know. I just feel like even in video, because it's you behind a screen, ultimately, because the people that you're dragging don't know you. But it's like, even then, treat people the way you want to be treated, and it's like, doesn't matter, like, you don't, like, most of the time you don't know these people personally, whoever it is that you're dragging, so you don't know them. They give you little snippets about their life, and you go based on that little breadcrumb and just take it and spread it like wildfire. And it's like, this much about the person's life, but yet you're dragging him for like this one little event that happened. So yeah, you will reap what you sow, because like, what if this video that you posted, someone dragged you and they know nothing about you, but just because you posted this drag video, now you're the one whose name is thrown under the rug and dragged all over town. And it's like, the feeling's going to be reciprocated. However you made these other people feel, you're going to feel the exact same way, because of that little breadcrumb that someone just decided to want to spread like wildfire. So, I mean, ultimately, treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, watch the video and whatever, but like, what's the point, and what do you get out of it? With laughter, like people agreeing with you, but what do you really get? Like, what type of satisfaction do you get from that? And ultimately, it's bullying.
Yes. Sound off, Mom. Raquel basically took my solution right out of my mouth. What are your thoughts on?
I recap on what you both said. Reaping and sowing, or sowing and reaping, and then just being, the golden rule as we know it, treating others as you would have them to treat you. But to additionally, Raquel touched on it too, but you just don't know what a person has been through that particular day, or maybe moments before, and maybe it was just a mistake, slip in the tongue, a slip, if they didn't mean to say that, or just maybe they did, but it's based on things that happened. And I've learned probably over the last couple of weeks that you just cannot prejudge people. Right. Take it face. You just, love on them as much as you can, even if you don't agree. But don't take it that second degree. Don't take it that next step, because who knows when you might have a wrong day. I mean, a bad day, or just everything happened wrong that day, everything. And then you open your mouth and something comes out that you really didn't mean. It came out wrong, and you know it was wrong, and you didn't really mean for it to get like that. But now it's out there and you can't take it back. Right. And that happens so much. So I would just say, kind of don't take it to the third degree. Just leave it, pray for them. You can disagree, but just don't drag them in the mug. And I'm so glad of this title, Dragging. Just don't drag them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just be careful. Oh, Raquel left. She left. I think someone probably called her.
She said she's coming back.
Okay. But yeah, I think absolutely. We just have to be mindful of what we're putting out, because it's going to come back to us. I just kind of, before I went on live, I kind of was thinking, well, if I'm going to be talking about this, what kind of solution am I going to offer as an alternative to dragging, bullying, and all of that? So one of the things that the Lord brought to me is from Mark 12:31, and it just is like, love others as you love yourself. Simple. Treat the dignity and worth of a person is so significant.
It
The
is.
dignity and worth of yourself is so significant. The capacity that we have to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves, is going to be the same capacity that we have to take care of other people and to treat other people accordingly. So that's one solution, is really, okay, I guess first love ourselves and then love others as we love our own selves, right? And that could mean so many things for so many different people. If you're having struggles with self-love, let's continue to talk and let's work on increasing that, because it's really important. The other solution that came to me is exactly what Raquel said from Luke 6:31, and that's treat other people the way that you want to, in fact, be treated. Talk about people the way that you want people to talk about you. Be a light to people the way that you wish people would be a light to you. The way that you want to be inspired, try to inspire in the same way. And other than that, keep it real. I don't know what else to add. But I think on the topic of dragging and bullying and just, wanting to just, get so much fulfillment from people, really get fulfillment from like verbally slandering people, from socially isolating people, from making people feel this big or this small. People really enjoy that. And I feel like that's a real matter of the heart, that if you're on that trajectory in your life, you're really heading towards darker and darker places. And even darker places in your mind and in your heart. And it's really hard to come back from that without Christ once you're down, because evil breeds evil, right? Bad company corrupts good character, all of that. Hatred spews hatred. What is the other phrase? Hurt people, and so on and so on. Right?
Right.
So as we get ready to end this live, I want to open it up to you, Mom. Do you have any final thoughts? Because you are a minister and you do know exactly why this topic is so important. Do you have any final thoughts on that?
I do. I just want to just use Jesus as an example. That every day, all day long, we mess up. Every day, all the time. But he never drags us. His major thing is his heart is open for us to come to him and say, Lord, I did it wrong. I said this, I did that. I hit her, I did whatever it was. Would you please forgive me? And the Bible says that he is faithful, he's just to forgive us. And he says, and he'll cleanse us, clean us back up, dust you off, put you back on the road. And then the final thing is he will not remember it again. He will throw it into the sea of forgetfulness to not be reminded again, and he won't bring it up to you again. And so I think that's the final thing that I would like to say. Even when, we do make that mistake or whatever, don't bring it up no more. Let it be done. After it's all said and done, just let it be done. Let it stay. And I think, I believe, and I know the world could be a better place if we could forget, and leave it. Don't pick that up no more. Just, and that's hard to do. It's a hard thing to do, but it's possible if we release it, to the Lord. And if I could just have a final thing tonight, when my class, we were talking about multiculturalism and multi-ethnicism, what relates to sexuality and stuff like that, and what does the Bible say? And I remember my god brother coming out of the closet, but before he came out, he was kind of a tall guy, not really tall, but very confident and very, just a fun-loving person. But after he came out, the ridicule, the disappointment that he got from the community, from the church, he ended up guys shrinking into this little guy.
Mm.
And when I say shrinking, I mean even physically. He didn't
Oh,
have
wow.
his robust voice anymore. He did not. He had a really nice singing voice. He stopped singing, and he just was this little guy. Seriously, so I didn't recognize him. Just a little guy. I mean, he was like a teenager, but he was older than me. And that all stemmed from what we would call bullying now.
Yes.
We didn't know it as such back then. But that it didn't have to be. You know, you can love someone even though they have a difference and you don't agree with it. You know, I don't condone it, but Jesus don't condone everything I do either.
Right. That part.
Yeah, I had a tough time forgiving somebody this week. And I had to do it. It was tough.
Yeah.
But did God not forgive me? No, because I went to him and I asked him, and he loved me back into the submission part to forgive my neighbor.
Right.
So not to go on and on, but it's just the thing. If we can forgive, and if we can just stop doing the things that hurt other people, and just leave it alone, it would just be such a better place to live in this world.
Yes, if we could just live and breathe and move and love, right? Just live and move and breathe and love.
Yeah. Liquid. Yes.
Yes. And inclusion and acceptance and all of those things, because you just, like you said, you just never know what someone is really going through. You really don't. When I had that issue last year, you know all about it. I went from one toxic relationship, boop, with a man, went right down, and I found another toxic relationship with a woman. And I thought, a small part of me thought, and it wasn't even a real relationship. It was just more like in my mind. Anyway, for some reason, I thought, okay, if I move away from dating men who are abusive, I definitely won't have these challenges, right? In my simple-mindedness, I'm thinking this is the perfect time for me to go ahead and explore this aspect of my sexuality that I had not explored before and still really haven't. I just have feelings. I just have attractions towards people, right? I thought leaving one relationship and going to have a relationship with a woman would be different. Guess what? I went from one narcissist to another. And the common denominator was me. Because I allowed people, yes, my God, indeed. I allowed people to treat me in such a way that I would never want to treat another person, or would never stand for someone treating another person that way. And what I had to learn is it all starts with me. People are going to treat me the way that I allow people to treat me. I have to love myself before I can love anyone else. I always thought loving myself was quote unquote selfish. For some reason that was in my mind, but no, self-care and loving ourselves is a divine responsibility that God has given to us. It's a divine responsibility to love ourselves and to care for ourselves, because I say this very, very often because it's true. We cannot care for people. We cannot help other people if we are not helping ourselves, and if we don't know how to do that for our own self. We can't uplift someone out of the mud if we don't have some kind of coping skills to do that for ourselves. If we don't have some kind of Jesus to call on to help us in our deepest, darkest times. We can't pour from an empty cup. It's just not possible. If I tried, I don't want to lift up anything I got on my table because Lord have mercy. I don't want to show nothing, but here we go. If I tried to pour something out of this, what's going to come out of this? Nothing, because it's empty. Right?
Empty.
So, so I think everything that you're saying, and even in sharing the experiences that your godbrother experienced, man, I can really empathize like with him and with how he felt. And like, thank God I come from a family that still loves God, can still be against, or I don't want to be against, but not condone same-sex attraction, but still love me, even though that's something that I experience. You
Yeah.
know, I am so thankful because a lot of other people don't have family that will still love them, still see them for who they are, despite what their sexual orientation might be. Aren't we more than our sexual parts?
We are.
Aren't we more than who we're attracted to? We're a whole
Oh,
spirit. There's a whole spirit living in me that's alive. You
right.
know, that I have to my own salvation between me and God. I have to work on
Right.
my own feelings of sexuality just like everyone else does. I was just telling God right earlier today, man, I want to have sex so bad. I have not had sex in 2 years or something crazy like that, but it's by choice because I just don't participate with that with everybody. It's my choice. It's my body, right?
Right.
So, but doesn't mean that I don't have urges. It doesn't mean that I don't still feel like emotions and attractions. It does not mean that at all. Trust me. So,
And I get
yeah.
that.
Mama, what do you have to say?
I'm single. No kidding. About to get married in a year, and it's the same thing. It's like, okay, hold on. Help is
Isn't
on the
it?
way.
It's hard, huh?
Yeah, I'm. It's not hard for me now because I've been. It's been 14 years, I think, and I'm just resigned to being obedient to God because I don't want it to contaminate. Like anything I'm saying right now, I don't want it to be contaminated with, oh, what I did last night, stuff like that. So I'm
Absolutely.
resigned to it, but it is still not the easiest thing. No, it's not the
Yeah,
easiest thing.
it sure
When I was
isn't.
sitting
Ooh.
here while you were talking, I'm sorry, I keep moving around because there's light in the background.
Oh,
Um,
that's okay.
um, God was kind of giving me an example of when you go into Google Docs.
Mm-hmm.
I got braces, you guys. It's like my daughter, and sometimes the words
I
don't
know.
come.
I be biting my tongue and it's just,
It's like, blah,
ugh.
blah, blah. But when
Yes.
you do a word, I'll use Word doc, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
already have a document there, and you need to go and edit, right? So you go to File, and you go into that document, you edit it, and then you save it, and then you're fine with it because you saved it. You made the edit, you pivoted, you did everything that you
Mm-hmm.
needed to do in the document. You saved it, and then you logged out of it. And what happens when you come back? It's still there. It didn't
Yes.
leave. It didn't disappear. And that's how it is with the forgiveness of God. That's how confident you can be. You
Come
go in
on.
there, you edit your attitude. God, I was wrong with this. I didn't do this quite right. You edit it. You
Yes.
turn 360. You go the other direction. Repentance. That's what that is called. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you come out of it, it's done. It's a done deal. And when you go back to look at the situation, the forgiveness is still there. It did not disappear because
Yeah.
that's how solid God is. And I was
God.
considering, I didn't know how God was gonna make that all work, but that's what it is. He knows your frame. That's what the Bible says. He knows your frame. It means he knows you. I need to get off this light. He knows you, and he's not intimidated by anything we do. He's not intimidated. He just wants us. He wants us. He wants our whole heart. That song. I can't even think of it right now. It came, it left, but he wants all of us.
Mm-hmm.
All of my whole. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think the moral of that going into that document is that you're able to do what the Bible says. Give it back. Take it. The thing that we did that wasn't quite right. Edit it. Look
Mm-hmm.
at it. Own it.
Yes. Own it. Yes.
Forgive yourself. Let God forgive you. hit save as forgiven. Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
All forgiven. Oh, God, you good. I couldn't have came up with that myself.
He is so good. He is so good. Like, wow.
So that's all.
I
I'm not
love
trying
it.
to
I love it.
keep going. But yeah, that thing, somebody
I'm
just needed to have
Bridget.
that. I think somebody just needed to hear that.
Yeah.
That you're not destroyed. You're not. You're not. We're all imperfect,
Yes.
and you're not. How can I say that? You're all right. Just ask him to forgive you. That's it.
Yes. It's never too late. It is never too late to forgive someone or to be forgiven.
Be forgiven.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's never too late to change your. I don't want to be cliche, but honestly, to change your wicked behavior, your wicked things that you say with your own tongue, and make it right.
Right. Pivot.
By
Change directions.
yeah,
Pivot. That's what that pivot
it's
means.
never too
Change
late.
directions.
You
Go the other way.
turn to the yes, go the other
Yeah,
way. Do things
other way.
different. Do things better. Be
Exactly.
better, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do better and be better. Amen. I love that.
I love that too. That's good.
So
That's good. That's good. Thank you,
this has
Andrea.
been Aw, thank
I don't
you,
even call you
Regina.
Andrea, but
Mom,
I don't even call her
mom and
Andrea, but
sister.
it's okay. Huh?
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
fine. You call me Andrea anytime. But it's really been amazing seeing having you and Kelly come up. Like you really this was meant to be. And I really believe that somewhere down the line, who knows, in months, maybe years, maybe 10 years, someone might come across this video and really have the hope that we have, maybe hopefully we have imparted some of that wisdom onto someone else. And that's the whole point of why we're here, why we're talking about this, because we have to be better, and we have to do better, and we have to live better and be examples of what we're
Exactly.
trying to be.
And we're saying that we're not perfect too. That's what we're saying.
At all.
We just want to spread some joy, within, this whole dragging thing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's community, but just dealing with dragging. We just wanted to spread some joy, and maybe someone is just dealing with that, or they've been dragged, or you're dragging and you don't know how to stop, or you just, I don't know, something. But we're just here to share some joy. That's all. Spread the good news.
That's it. That's right. In our own unique way.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, this has been great. I've never been on here this long, but what a joy. What an honor it was to talk with you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and we got to do this again. Next time I go live, I'm just gonna email you and Kelly the invite, or I'll just text you to say, come on. Okay, and let's do this again. I know, right? I don't have to email you. I could just text you.
I want to do it again. I want to do it again. This was good.
Yes, let's do it again.
Thank you for letting me come on.
Anytime. Okay. Okay, Kelly just dropped herself out, so we know she's probably on a personal line. So, with that said, there she is.
Sorry. I took a phone call. You already know.
That's okay. We know you had to take care of some personal business, so we good.
But I just wanted to say bye, and I love you guys.
Bye. I love you guys too. Mwah, 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 mwah. And on the count of 3, let's all say bye together, okay? And then I'm gonna end the broadcast, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye. Wait, that was not right. On the count of 3, we're going to end the broadcast together, and we're all going to say bye to everyone who's watching, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye, guys.